So, good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Now, today we're going to speak about quite a few players, actually. There's a few updates on players that have gone and players that could be coming in. So, let's start off with David Ospina. Now, last night I did my stream about him at 9 o'clock. We have actually sold him officially to Napoli. Conflicting reports, actually, because one report said 3.1 million. Another one I read said up to 5 million. And another one I read said up to 5.5 million. So, very conflicting reports on him. But listen, it was time to go. I think he was never good enough to push Leno. I don't think he was good enough to play for Arsenal. That's just my opinion. But if you compare him to some of the goalkeepers we've had over the years, he's by far and away better than some of them. So, listen, good luck to him. I ain't got no hard feelings against him. I don't dislike the guy. I just don't think he was ever going to make it at Arsenal. Leno's obviously number one. He didn't want to play second fiddle, and why should he? He's an international goalkeeper for Colombia, very experienced, and he played 24 games for Napoli last season. They obviously wanted him. They've got him. Good luck to him over in Naples, beautiful part of the world. And I wish him well, unless they play against us, and then I hope we absolutely slap them silly. Now, on to the next person we're going to speak about, and that is Ismael Bennacer. Now, he is on the verge of a move to AC Milan. It's all but done, all but announced. Everything's signed, sealed, just needed to be announced. 16 million euros plus 1 million add-ons in euros. Now, the good news for Arsenal is he is a former player of ours, and we put a 30% sell-on clause in the contract. So we're going to get 30% of 16 million euros. So thank you very much, AC Milan. Really appreciate that. All this does show is some of our youth players over the years that have left are actually a lot better than we gave them credit for, and a lot better than their chances at Arsenal sort of showed, really, or lack of chances, should I say. Obviously, the main one being Serge Gnabry. That guy's worth, stupid money now. Bayern paid, 50 million, was it? And he's ripping up the Bundesliga. Jeffrey Adelaide is also on the verge of a move. And we're going to get a kickback from that one as well. Apparently the same, 25 to 30% on that one. But with Bennacer as well, if you add all these players in, that's 3 quality players there that we've let go, that are going for big money moves now. And listen, you've got to say fair play to all 3 of them. They could have quite easily had their head up their backside when Arsenal let them go and sold them. And they could have said, well, I don't really want to belittle myself and go and play for a lesser team. Arsenal are a massive club, as we all know. London's a beautiful city. So they could have quite easily gone the other way. But fair play to all 3 of them kids, because they're going and forging decent careers out of it. So good luck to him as well at AC Milan, and thanks for the 30%. So maybe Dick Law wasn't such a dick afterwards. Cheers for that. Thanks, mate. Anyway, let's move on to William Saliba. Now, William Saliba has been on and off all summer. Will he come? Won't he come? Will we sign him straight away? Will we loan him back? How much is the fee going to be? Are Tottenham going to hijack it? All of the talk is still going on. The latest one is they will not entertain it unless we loan him back. Now, to be honest with you, I'm getting to the point where I don't care about this guy anymore. I didn't know who he was before this transfer window. And I personally really don't care if we sign him. I think there's other players out there that we could go and buy that are ready for now. This kid may be ready for now, which is maybe why we're trying to get him for now. But if they don't want to sell him for now, get rid. Bye-bye. Cut ties with them. See ya. Yeah, go and get someone else. Because this is just getting boring. Seriously. On and on and on. There's other players out there we can go and get. And that leads me nicely on to Walter Kannemann. Now, he is the Gremio centre-back playing out there. And he's 28 years old. We were linked to him very, very early on in the transfer window. Now, he's only 6 foot tall, which isn't massive for a centre-back. And again, I don't know a great deal about him. I know that we're putting an offer in for £12 million, which is an offer that we were umming and ahhing about doing right at the start of the transfer window. We sourced his agent out, we sourced the club out, and we said, look, how much? And they said 12 million. Now we went away, and now apparently we're going to go in and stick a £12 million bid in for him. Now, is this guy going to come to the Premier League at 28 years old, having, played out in a league that ain't great, and come to the Premier League and rip it up? I'm not convinced. But if he is, then that's an absolute bargain for 12 million. But again, we don't know enough about the guy to form a proper, genuine opinion. So if somebody has watched Walter Kannemann play football, please leave it in the comment section down there. Let me know what you think of him. Is he any good? Will he cut it in the Premier League? I don't watch that league. I can't really give a great deal of opinions on him other than the fact that it's 12 million, he's 28, and he's an Argentine. That's all I can really say. Now, let's move on to the next person we're going to speak about. And this one is a bolt out of the blue, really. This one shocked me when I read this. And that is Marcelo. Marcelo from Real Madrid. And I was even more shocked that he is only 31 years old. He seems to have been around forever. And he's actually spent 13 years at Real Madrid, which is probably why he's been around forever. Seeing him week in, week out on TV for 13 years. Just going to run through some of his honours. This is ridiculous. 4 league titles, 2 Copa del Reys, 3 Super Copa de España, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 4 Club World Cups, an Olympic bronze, Olympic silver, a Confederations Cup. Now, if I went on to list his personal honours, I'd be here for about another half an hour. The personal honours list was ridiculous. But he wants to leave. He said to Real Madrid he wants to go, and a club is going to get a very good footballer. I genuinely thought this guy was mid-30s. So when I was asked about it on a stream yesterday and I said, no, I don't think I'd have him, well, I've changed my mind. 31 years old. The one thing I will say about Marcelo is he's very attack orientated. He doesn't like the defensive side as much as the attacking side. Is that what we need? I'm not so sure. We need defenders that can defend, but we've apparently put an offer on the table for him. We're not the only club in for him. AC Milan are there. Juventus, shock. They love a player that's in the last year of his contract or coming towards the end of his contract. And he would be able to go and link up with a couple of ex-Real Madrid players over there, Ronaldo being the biggest one. So who knows? PSG want him as well. PSG and Juve can probably offer more money in terms of weekly salary. And Arsenal can't. So I don't know. Listen, I don't think we're going to get him. I think the fact we've put a bid in maybe to speed up the Kieran Tierney deal, which leads me on to Kieran Tierney. And there's not really a great deal around this story right now, apart from the fact that they've signed a new left back. Everyone's forgetting Aguirre has left the club. He was their backup left back. This guy, Bolingoli Mbombo, has gone and signed for Celtic for £3.5 million. Now, he has put a statement out. Somebody asked him the question, a journalist asked him the question, and he replied to it. The question was, did you ask if Kieran Tierney was still going to be here when you signed? And he said, no, I didn't ask that question because I'm coming to a club with great tradition and history across the globe. So, listen, fair play to him. Celtic are a big football club, and they're very well supported as well. So, whether Tierney comes or not, we'll rumble on again into next week by the looks of it. Now, last but by no means least is Wilfried Zaha. Now, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about Wilfried Zaha, if I'm being completely honest. Again, it's another Saliba all over again. And this is probably going to drag on for the rest of the transfer window. And if we do get him, it'll probably be deadline day at about 11 o'clock. Now, Arsenal are going back in with a second bid. This time, it is going to be cash with a couple of players involved. Now, the reports I've read haven't stated which players, but I would imagine it would be the likes of Callum Chambers and Cole Jenkinson. Cole Jenkinson, they want him. They want a right back. He's been linked with them. And Callum Chambers is, £15 million worth of footballer, maybe 20 million in today's market. That could sweeten that deal. Give them 2 players, give them £40 million, happy days. But I don't know. Like I said, this is just going to rumble on and on and on. And I am getting to the point where I've had it up to here with Saliba and up to here with Wilfried Zaha. Don't really want to hear any more about them two this summer. Either sign them or don't sign them. Anyway, have a wonderful Friday. It is the weekend. Well, it is in a few hours anyway. So, yeah, it's the pre-kend. Thanks very much for 20,000 subscribers to each and every one of you as well. Really appreciate that. I want to say a massive, massive shout out to all of you that come and listen to my ramblings of a daily basis. So big up yourselves and keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking. And I'll be back at 5 o'clock with my live stream and again at 9 o'clock with the second one. Until then, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.